we have to compare South Korea's culture with other countries. And this is topic 2. Let's start with the positives. What is positive about Korean culture? I can go first because I have experienced Korean culture, and I think you guys are very respectful because you guys bow to your elders, and I think you're very respectful. What's another thing that is positive about your culture? Yes.
Korean people don't, almost Korean people don't steal others' belongings.
Good. It's very safe. Nobody steal other people's belongings. Others' belongings. Good. For the very first time in my life, I have experienced safety in Korea. I can walk at night from PJ to my house. I don't have to book a taxi or feel scared when I'm walking because there's CCTVs everywhere. When I'm at the train station, I can also leave my bag and go to the restroom. When I come back, nobody stole anything. So I think that's another positive thing about Korean culture. What else can we add? Yes.
We have comfortable public transportation.
Good job. Comfortable public transportation. And in that public transportation, everybody behaves well. Very comfortable and fast. Let's add last one. I think you guys support one another in terms of family and friends. You have a very supportive social system or society. Family bond, as well as friendships. Every child I see, the family is there to support them in anything that happens. So I think that is another good thing. Now let's get to the negatives. What are some of the negative things that you're like, okay, this one could be improved, it could be made better, but now it's just a negative, a red flag. Remember, we are talking about everything. We're talking about culture, we're talking about politics, we're talking about education, we're talking about things that happen all around your country. One negative I think I can point out is the low birth rate, because a number of schools have been closing down because there are no students. So I think another negative, or one of the negatives, is a low birth rate. What else could we list as a negative? Yes.
Korean people don't want to have unique colors in clothing and car, etc.
They don't want to have what?
And they don't want to have unique colors.
Oh yeah, unique colors in terms of clothes. Yes.
Cars.
In what?
Cars.
In cars?
Yeah.
So which colors do they want?
They
Private.
want in cars they want only black and white.
So limited color.
Yeah.
Okay, limited colors in clothes as well as cars. Because if you notice all around Korea, most people like to wear primary colors like gray, dark colors, if I were to put it that way. Are you guys happy about the education system? Do you have anything negative about the education system? Yes, let's speak up, guys. Yes, feel free.
We have too much academic pressure.
Good. Too much academic pressure. Too much academic pressure. Everyone is complaining about this one. Too many academies. Teacher, I go to 5 academy. Teacher, I'm very tired. Teacher, teacher, I didn't eat lunch today, it's too much homework. So you guys have to study and go to a lot of academics. That can be too much pressure. Last one. Yes. People sometimes are selfish. People can be selfish. Good. People can be selfish sometimes. Okay, now let's move on to some similarities and differences. The book has given you Japanese culture, Chinese culture, and American culture. We have to compare Korea to some of these other countries. So let's start with similarities between these countries. What is similar between these three countries? Yes.
Use chopsticks when they eat.
Good. They all use chopsticks. Good job. Doesn't matter the shape, but they're still chopsticks. What else is similar? 1, 2, 1.
South Korea and Chinese used Chinese.
They what?
They used Chinese.
Good. So all these three actually they use characters in their language. In some of these countries they also teach Chinese because you guys also learn the Chinese character, right? But all three of them they don't have letters of the alphabets. There's no A, B, C, D. It's characters as compared to this one. Okay? What's another similarity? Remember, we are looking at everything: music, food, culture, tradition, everything. So what else is similar? Yes.
They have traditional customs.
They have what?
Traditional customs.
Is it similar?
Yes.
In which one is similar? Because they wear hanbok, they wear kimono, they wear, what do they wear in China?
Just that they have their own customs.
They're same customs, similar customs. Okay, I'll add similar customs. Similar customs. All right. What else? They have free religion. You choose if you want to be a Buddhist, or you want to be a Christian, or you want to be. Nobody is forcing you to be one thing. You have a choice. And all three of these countries have 4 seasons in terms of weather. What else can we add? Yes. Good. So they have some similar food. Some similar food because all throughout Asia it's rice. Last one maybe? Yes.
They have similar holidays.
Good. So similar calendar. Okay, now can we compare you guys to America, South Korea to America? What's similar between you guys and American culture? I can give you an idea. America is a democratic country. Korea is also a democratic country. Democratic system. What else is similar? Okay, differences. What makes these 3 countries different? You still have to think about the similarities to the American culture. But let's talk about the differences between South Korean, Japanese, and Chinese. Yes.
They have different languages now.
Good. Different language. Japanese, Korean, Chinese, different. The only thing similar is that it's characters in terms of how to write the language. What else? Do you have the same political view? Korea is democratic. Japanese is what? And Chinese is what? Communism. How about Japanese? Yeah, Japanese, when we searched me and the other group, we found out that Japanese has a constitutional monarch. I don't know if they still have kings and queens, or someone said they have a prime minister. So I think that's what they mean by constitutional monarch. So constitutional monarch, and Korea is democratic. And someone googled and found out that Chinese is communism. Someone can check and verify. But my other group searched and found out that they practice communism. And this is all what? Political view. Political view. Okay, what else? Do you have the same culture and tradition? What do you think about culture and tradition? Is it the same? Yes.
We have different money.
Yes, currency. Good job. Currency. In Korea, we use a won. Japan and Chinese real. So currency is different. Also, culture and tradition. Culture and tradition. You don't wear the same outfit, traditional outfit. It's similar but different. There's hanbok, there's kimono, and what do they wear in China? What is it called? Qipao. Okay, so the culture and tradition is different. What else is different? Is the school system, educational system similar or different? Do you have an idea how the education system is like in China? Would you say it's the same? Maybe you can find out when you do your research. What else can we add on the differences? Yes. Different curriculum, okay. Educational curriculum. You guys are studying American curriculum. Do you think in China they are studying American curriculum? Who can find out for us? What's the curriculum in China and Japan? South Africa uses a British curriculum. You guys, American curriculum. Who can find out? Someone find out Japanese curriculum, another find out Chinese curriculum, please. You can use my phone. Let's confirm and see. We also have to think about the similarities between America and South Korea. We already said democratic system is the same. What else is similar? Okay, what's different between you and America? Found anything? What does it say?
China
Yes.
learns Russia.
Oh, Russian curriculum. Okay, so you see?
And Japanese learning America.
American. Ah, okay. So you guys are much more similar to Japan. The China, Russian, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. What makes you guys different from America? Your culture, of course. Americans don't really have much culture and tradition. I think America has a very diverse culture and tradition because there's many different people from different parts of the world. What else makes you different to America? The housing and curriculum. The housing architecture, housing structure. You guys have a very different structure and curriculum. But you guys are learning the same. Didn't you say you're learning the same? Curriculum. Did you guys say you are doing American curriculum? So why are we adding different curriculum here? I thought we agreed that Japan, South Korea, and America use an American curriculum. Then Chinese uses Russian curriculum. South Africa uses British curriculum. Okay, similarities. Similarity curriculum. Let's erase it on difference because it's actually curriculum. You guys are doing the same thing. You guys say better, party. We say better and we say butter, water. What else is similar? No king. Okay. So there is free election. Free election. You can choose the next president, which is the same as democratic. Okay? So this is how we are supposed to do topic 2. So you are not going to do all these countries. You just have to choose Korea and one other country. So you can choose between Korea and Japan, or Korea and Chinese, or Korea and America, or Korea and Russia, or Korea and South Africa. Okay, you can choose any. It just has to be Korea versus another country. And when you're writing your essay, you can also talk about the positives and the negatives of living in Korea as you are a Korean. Alright? Now let's talk about have you ever experienced cultural shock? What do we mean by cultural shock? What is a cultural shock? Yes.
Shocked by other culture.
Good. It's when you are shocked by other culture. For example, if you go to your friend's house and you look at how they do things, and those things are different from the things you do at your house. So I will go first about my cultural shock coming to Korea. In my culture or in my country, when we are traveling by train or public transport, a lot of people will be having conversation and talking. It's not quiet until you get to Seoul. We would be talking. But in Korea, everybody is quiet on the public transport until you get to your destination. If you want to answer your phone, you have to go to an outside compartment and leave the car. So that was a cultural shock for me. But I love it because I love quiet places when I'm traveling. But in my culture, people, if you were to be together as a family, we are talking about our trip from the time we went to Japan or wherever. But in Korea, everybody's quiet. And in my culture, I'm wearing these shoes. When I get home, I don't have to leave them at the door. I can step in the house with them. Unless they are muddy. But in Korea, I have outdoor shoes, I have indoor shoes, I have washroom shoes. So what has been your cultural shock? Yes. Good. We eat food by hands. We eat food by hands. And it's very true. That's another cultural shock for some people. I have also seen someone eating snacks using chopsticks. I eat snacks with my hands. I break bread with my hands, but also most of our food, we eat it by hand. We wash our hands before we eat, and we eat with our hands. Okay, that's another cultural shock. You guys travel a lot with your families. What's a cultural shock you've experienced? Yes.
When I went to Thailand,
Mm-hmm.
the handle is the car handling the car is right.
The steering?
Yeah, it's still
Oh yeah. My country as well, our steering wheel is at the right. When I go to Korea, I used to get confused a lot, especially for taxis, or maybe if a friend of mine is picking me up, I would go to the driver's side and they're like, what's going on? Go to the other side, because in my country we drive on the right. Okay, so that's another cultural shock. How about other people? You guys are well traveled, you travel a lot with your families. Cultural shock? Yes.
This is not my experience.
Yeah.
I just heard that American people don't brush their teeth outside the bathroom.
Outside the bathroom.
Like not in their home bathroom.
Yes. When do they brush their teeth? I wonder.
They don't brush their teeth in public bathroom.
Mm.
In their house bathroom.
Oh yeah. It was also a cultural shock for me. Here at PJ office, we have toothbrush in the office. In South Africa, the last time you brush your teeth is your house. When you are at work, you are at work. Nobody brings a toothbrush. That was another cultural shock for me. In South Africa, when you go to work, if you are wearing high heels and you want to feel comfortable, you can bring your shoes, but it's not a must. But here in PJ, it's like everybody comes in, removes their shoes and wear their indoor shoes. I know even at schools, I think you guys do that at schools, right? You have indoor shoes. That's a really good one. What is really weird to you about foreigners? I don't like using the word weird, but let's just say what is different? What's one thing that you feel is different? You guys have interacted with foreigners. You have foreign teachers, you have me, you have Talia teacher, you have Tanda teacher. What have you noticed, even with other foreign teachers, what have you noticed that is different? Or what have you learned that you're like, oh, I didn't know this, but now I've learned it? Because remember, it's more like we're doing a cultural exchange. You're seeing me, I'm seeing you, I'm learning from you, you are learning from me. So what have you learned from your foreign teachers? Or foreign people that you know? What's different then? What's one thing that you've noticed that is different? Well, what's different for me, not that it's really different, because in South Africa we have Chinese people, we have, I think some South Korean people, they own businesses, and some have been living there for a while. I have taught some Chinese kids at my previous school because I was a teacher in South Africa as well, but I was a PE teacher. I had one student, Jessica, from China. His father owned one of the pizza places, so he was a businessman. We also have like Chinatown and stuff like that. So for me, I wasn't seeing foreigners, you guys, for the like Chinese, Asian people for the first time. I'm familiar with you guys. But one thing I've noticed is that you guys are not really familiar with a lot of foreigners. So tell me what you've learned. Because I wouldn't say I've learned much about you guys, just the cultural shocks. Because okay, at first when I got here, you all looked the same, especially girls, because you had same hairstyle and you all look the same. So what have you guys learned about foreigners, Naya? What have you learned from Zico teacher? What did I teach you? What have you guys learned? You guys have foreign teachers, many foreign teachers. What have you learned? Huh? What have you learned from your foreign teachers? Yes.
I learned that they don't have strong accents.
Yeah, we do have different accents, but yeah, some have strong, some have mild. It depends on where you live. It's like, have you listened to an Indian person talk? They speak English like they're speaking their Indian language. Like you guys also, you speak English like you're speaking Korean. Like it's like orange and stuff like that. So the accent comes from, it depends on where you are. So yeah, we do all have like different accents. Can also be something different. Okay, let's pick vocabulary. We have cultural exchange. Somebody explain cultural exchange. Who can explain cultural exchange? What are we doing when we are exchanging culture? Who can explain xenophobia? Okay, yes. Good. It's the fear of foreigner or hate of foreigners. Cultural shock. I think somebody has already explained it. I think Yumi has explained cultural shock. Conservative. What kind of a person or culture is conservative? Liberal? Yes. Good. If you are liberal, it means you are open-minded. You are not only looking at one opinion, you are welcoming to other people's perspective. Customs? Yes. Good, a traditional way of doing something. For example, we all have different cultures. You guys dress differently than other cultures and you do different cultural celebrations. Bizarre? Yes.
Something way.
Good, something that's very wild or very strange. And cultural exchange is literally the exchange of culture. I teach you something about where I'm from, you teach me something about where you are from, okay? And that is it. So you guys can take this time to brainstorm. Choose a country that you want to compare Korea to. You can also take a photo. Let's start your brainstorming. We are comparing Korea to one other country.